This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make it with Squarespace. What's up YouTube, Saf here on Super Saf TV, and welcome to my much awaited and very much delayed setup tour for 2018. Now, I've been working on this for like over a year just to get it to the point where I'm happy enough to share it with you guys, and I finally reached that point. Now, all links to everything that I mentioned in this video will be in the description below, so if you're interested in picking anything up or finding out more, that's where you need to look. So let's start off with the base of the setup, which is the desk. And yes, I know you guys have probably seen something similar before, but I did get it before I went so mainstream. And to be honest, it's a very inexpensive desk setup that works really well, so why not? Now, I've gone for one IKEA Alex drawer unit and one Alex storage unit with a white Lindemann glossy tabletop. It's not a kitchen tabletop. And the reason why I went for one storage unit rather than both drawer units was because my initial intention was to have a tower kind of tucked away in here. That didn't happen, but it's something that I might do at a later point. Now, for the desktop, I went with the glossy just because I think it looks a little bit nicer. But to protect it, I did go for the Rissler desk pad. Once again, it is from IKEA. Now, I really like this. I think it looks great. It protects the desk, and it also does a good job of hiding cables. Moving on to what's probably the main feature of this setup, and that is the monitor. I have the LG 38 UC99 ultra wide curve monitor, and I absolutely love this thing. I honestly cannot praise this monitor enough, and I've never been a fan of multiple screens on a setup, and this eliminates the need of having multiple screens. The 21:9 aspect ratio means it's perfect for video editing, which is what I use it for most. And it's so easy to arrange your workspace just the way you like it, with the timeline across the bottom, with access to all of your clips in Premiere Pro, which is what I use for editing. And you can easily split screens as well, so you can have all of your content on the screen at the same time. So what's powering this beast? Well, as mentioned earlier on, I opted not to go for a PC tower, and instead I went for the Dell XPS 15 9560. Why is that? Well, I've been traveling so much recently. I wanted something that I could use in my office, but also halfway across the world. And I think the Dell XPS 15 is great for that. I went for the highest configuration available. So it has the 7th generation Intel Core i7-7700HU quad-core processor, 32 gigabytes of RAM, a 1 terabyte PCIe solid-state drive, the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050, and it also has a stunning 15.6-inch 4K display. So when I'm not using it on the desk, it's still absolutely great, especially with those minimal bezels. Could I have gone for something more powerful? I guess so, but it would have been bulky. And to be honest, the Dell XPS 15 has been great for me for editing 4K video. Pretty much all of the videos that you see here on the channel have been edited using this, and I've been super happy with it overall. I've also gone for a plain black leather dbrand skin for my Dell XPS 15, which helps it go better with this setup and also protects it. If you want to pick up a similar skin for your laptop, then definitely check out our channel sponsor dbrand skins. I'll also be leaving a link to them in the description below. Now, another reason why I like the Dell XPS 15 is because it's got multiple ports. I've got it hooked up to my LG monitor using a single USB Type-C cable, which also charges the device while I'm using it. Not at its full voltage, but enough for me to keep going during an editing session. And to the USB-A ports, I have a regular Anker USB hub, which has my wireless keyboard receiver, as well as my Wacom Bamboo graphics tablet plugged in. Yes, that's right, I don't use a mouse, I actually use a graphics tablet, and I've been doing so for probably the past 6 to 7 years. I used to use a mouse a lot, being on the computer so much, and it was giving me some really bad wrist pains due to RSI, and that's when I opted to go for a graphics tablet, and I haven't looked back since. Now, because the Bamboo is small, it just replaces your mouse mat and doesn't take over your desk like a larger graphics tablet, and it gives you so much more precision when you're editing video or images, and I'm honestly surprised that not many more people use this. Now, for the keyboard, I have a wireless Anker keyboard, which does the job for me. It's full size. I did try smaller keyboards, but I just cannot get along without a number pad, so I definitely need that, and this does the job just fine. Now, for the speakers, I generally just use the built-in speakers on the LG monitor because it actually sounds pretty good. but I do have the Logitech Z623 2.1 speaker system. It has 2 speakers and a subwoofer that has a 7-inch driver, which can give you 200 watts of output, so it's pretty loud and does sound pretty good. For video editing, however, it is nicer to be plugged in, and for that I use the Sennheiser Momentum M2s. They are the wired ones and they sound really great to me. I'm no audiophile, but when it comes to monitoring audio, I've never had a problem with these. For the light strip, you guys may have already guessed, it is the Philips Hue Light Strip Plus. Now, this isn't the cheapest light strip out there, but in my opinion, it is definitely the best. Easily connects onto your smartphone and you have a wide range of colors, but it also easily connects on to your smart speaker system. Now, speaking of smart speakers, that was difficult to say. My smart speaker of choice is the Google Home. It connects nicely with everything else that I have in my house, and I can easily control things like the lights just with my voice by sitting here, and for me it works really great. I've also recently picked up a fast wireless charging pad from Rav Power. Now, it doesn't charge as fast as cable, but it is still faster than regular wireless charging, and it's so useful for me to just drop my phone on there while I'm here on the desk working. Now, obviously, no setup is complete without a good chair, and the one I have here is the GT Omega Pro Racing chair. Looks dope in my opinion, and it's very comfortable. You've got so many adjustments, so you can have it just the way you like. I did have one of the XL gaming chairs previously, and although that was nice, it was a bit too big for my frame. But this GT Omega Pro Racing chair is a perfect fit for me, and I can definitely recommend it. Now, if you don't want to pick one of these up, then GT Omega have actually hooked us up with a discount code, SAF, which is going to give you 5% off. That will also be detailed in the description below. Now, I absolutely suck when it comes to cable management, so what I've done is what I call the Super SAF hack, and that's basically a piece of card, which you can probably see here. And I've spray painted this black, and then this just goes in between the 2 units and covers up all the cables at the back. Genius, I know. Now, my storage situation isn't great right now. I have multiple external hard drives which I plug in and back stuff up onto, but I have recently got the TerraMaster 5-bay RAID system. Now, I still haven't fully set this up, but I hopefully will be doing that soon. And I've recently also been playing around with the idea of a standing desk, and that's with the Exec 40 from Varidesk. Now, the great thing about the Varidesk is that you don't have to go out and buy a whole new desk. You can just add this to your current setup and have that standing desk experience. It adjusts down flat, so you can sit down as well if you please, and then you can stand with it too. It's something that I'm still not completely used to, but it is something that I'm trying to do a lot more of. So guys, finally, that's my setup tour for 2018. No doubt this is probably going to change in a few months' time, and if and when it does, I will do an updated video. And as mentioned at the start, this video is sponsored by Squarespace. So if you want to build a professional looking website and you're not sure where to start, then Squarespace is for you. It's an all-in-one platform, and you don't need to know any code or have any web design experience. You can just use one of their many templates as a starting point and expand on it with their easy-to-use interface. And if you do get stuck, they have great 24/7 customer support. I've recently built my website using Squarespace, and you can check that out for inspiration. And if you want to build your own website, then go to squarespace.com/supersaf, and that's going to give you a free trial as well as 10% off your first order of a website or domain. So what do you guys think of my setup? Definitely drop me a comment below and let me know. As mentioned as well, everything will be linked in the description below in case you're interested in finding out more or picking anything up for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and switch on notifications. We've got lots more content coming up on here. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on Super Saf TV, and I'll see you next time.